Welcome to Politics Done Right. I am your host, Egberto Willies. This is a progressive program that will take the mystery out of politics. This is the program that will encourage you to make sure government becomes we the people. Whether you are liberal, progressive, conservative, or otherwise, you get to air your point of view. We are an independent media outlet that, unlike mainstream media beholden to corporations, we only owe allegiance to you. Remember, you can also send me a tweet at EGBERTOWILLIES. That is at Egberto Willies. Let us engage. It is Politics Done Right. Well, folks, this is a show that I promised you. I said that we would have a post debate show. So anyhow, let's go ahead and have that post debate show. I think we better wait for a few people to come in. Let me get into the oops, I didn't get my chat started. Let's go ahead and get the chat going so that I can actually get to my brothers and sisters as we get into the show. Let's see. How's everybody doing tonight? What do you think about the debate? I have a lot of thoughts about the debate. Why don't you tell me what you think about it? Okay, bear with me as I regulate everything here. And we're getting everything regulated. Let me get to my other page because we have a lot to talk about. The debate. What do you think about the debate? Bear with me, guys. I'm still setting up. Kathy Courtney, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard, Kathy. Anybody else here? We're starting to fill up. YouTube, where are you? YouTube, come on in. Let's see. Okay, that's Kathy and YouTube. Come on in. All right, that was a great debate, folks. It turned out that, a friend of mine sent Nanette Bird Smith. Welcome aboard. I think the Biden campaign will have to get out front. No. Okay, first of all, to explain what he means, but I love what Van Jones just said. Van Jones said that took courage, and not only did it take courage, because it's the same plan that a lot of guys are doing as well. Too bad I couldn't do fact check on Trump. Oh, no, the fact checking starts. Let me tell you, I was a bit concerned about this debate. I am no longer concerned. I think Joe Biden did very, very well on the debate, much better than I thought he was going to do. His stuttering was done. And also, what's her name? Christian she was so good. Even Trump, she had to get under control, and she did a great job. So altogether, I think we have the Insta check is coming out now. Let's see what people are going to say on the Insta check. I'm looking at CNN to see what they're going to come out with the Insta check. After I get the first Insta check, I'm going to go ahead and enable the phones. Because of the way I have the system set up, yes, she was a good moderator. Kristen Welker was fantastic. Yes, Nanette Bird, that's true. Okay, the Insta check is still coming in so that we can see who, according to the first read, who won the debate. We're going to find that out in a minute. What I better do is I probably should put that CNN thing on my phone so that I can go ahead and enable the telephones. Anyhow, folks, come on in. We're still building up a membership here. We're still building up people. Let me go ahead and anybody who's listening on Facebook, please go ahead and share it. Anybody who's listening on YouTube, please share it as well so that we can get more people in. This is off schedule for us, so please go ahead and help us out. Help us build that community that we're going to talk about this. I'm going to enable the phones in a little bit so that we can call. Linda E., you're back. Welcome, Linda E. You are back. Who else is back? Roberto Luis, mi hermano panameño, está aquí también. Okay, and so let me welcome all those that are here already. Kathy C. Courtner, welcome aboard. Nadette Bird Smith, welcome aboard. Tammy Richardson, welcome aboard. Susan Louise Bloomer, welcome aboard. Roberto Luis, welcome aboard. And let's see who else is here. Linda E. Come on, folks. Come on in. We have a lot to talk about. Tank 28, our resident troll is here. My brother Tank 28 is here as well. Come on in, people. Let's get busy. We have a lot to talk about. I'm about to do a few shares here. So I can do two things at the same time. and I'm about to share this baby right now. So let's see, more options, groups. Okay, coming on, Rachel, Bernie, Tom. There we go. Okay, what do you guys think about the debate? Right now, go ahead and plug it in. Please go ahead and plug that into. First of all, the first question to all the people that are on chat right now, whether you're on YouTube chat or Facebook chat, who won the debate? And give me a percentage win. That Insta chat is going to come out with. We don't have it yet, but we're keeping our eyes on CNN to see when they come out with it. I think when it comes to statistics, etc., CNN probably does a better job than MSNBC in getting the actual data. Come on in, folks. So who won the debate? Come on, type it in. Who won the debate? Tell me who you think won the debate. Nobody's going to answer who won the debate yet? That's slow, guys. Come on, who won the debate? Let's see. Biden 60-40. Nanette Bird Smith says Biden 60-40. Give me some more, guys. Let me hear what you think is the amount. Linda E, it was disappointing. Linda, explain to me what you mean by it was disappointing. Let me know in what regards. Just the concept of empathy. Come on. What the Biden people keep hitting what Joe Biden. Let's see. Joe Biden. Roberto Lewis says Biden. Suzanne Lewis Bloomer says Biden. Karen R. Kelly says Biden. If he even possesses it, which I'm not sure. Okay. Time and time again during this debate, talking about. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm going to open up the telephones, guys, for anybody who wants to call in. Biden, Norman Reynolds, Darcy, Alice also says Biden. Okay, I'm turning the phones on now if anybody wants to call in. Let's go ahead and set the phones up. I started a little bit before I should, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and get it done. Okay. Let's see. Come on. Got to drop the volume down here a bit. Yeah, he sounded really bad. That's true what they're saying here. Okay. All right, let's see. Sign in. All right, folks, I think the phone's going to be up in a minute. All right, let's see. Come on, phones. Come on in. Telephones. All right. Okay, folks, the telephones are up. Telephone number 346-248-7799, and the code is 254-600. 9091, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that inside of the system right now. Let's go ahead and put that in here. Bear with me one second. Okay, vamos a ver dónde está. Let's go ahead and see where it is at. Mark Smith, good evening. You're in from London. Did you see the debate in London, Mark? Let me know if you saw the debate in London. Okay, let's see. Where is that thing for the phone? I'm going to get that so that, okay. There are two ways to talk to us right now. You can use Zoom, or rather, you can just come in with the link that I am having down. What you thought about it? There you go. Okay. All right, there we go. There is a Zoom link to come in, as well as the telephone number and the code to use. The telephone number is, para ver, 346-248-7799, and the ID code is 254-600-9091. Yeah, I thought Biden did well as well. The Insta poll hasn't come out with a result yet. We'll see in a minute. Anyhow, the main points of the debate is this. Donald Trump had to come in there and seem like he did. Born eternal Lord Allah, welcome aboard. Peace, righteous mind family. Welcome aboard. Okay. Anybody else want to tell us a little bit about who they thought won, or how they think Biden did or anybody else did? The floor is all yours. This is just an impromptu start off before I get into one of my narratives. If the laptop is proven true, Biden is not only corrupt but an actual traitor. The CCP has concentration camps that are known about. They should be treated as enemy. Look, anybody who thinks Joe Biden is going to go over to Russia or China or Ukraine and do any kind of crazy things, you know that is projection. That is more than likely what Donald Trump is up to. everybody who hears about a laptop or something with Biden, you know it's really crap. So, I mean, it's not even worth mentioning. One of the reasons the mainstream media didn't grab onto it, and here's the deal. The mainstream media would love to grab onto things like that. Why? Because it makes it a competitive race and it also brings them eyeballs. The reason they're leaving it alone is that it is clearly a Russian plant. It is clearly a Russian plant. And you know what's worse about it? Donald Trump knows that the laptop was a Russian plant. He was informed by his own CIA that it is a Russian plant. So that's the name of the game. Anyway, Donald Trump looked pretty, as they said there in the as they were saying, he showed that he was completely devoid of humanity. They talk about this people that were locked up. What did he say? Uh, they're kept in clean places. I mean, what he didn't understand is the reality wasn't whether they were kept in clean places or not, is that they were torn away from their parents. That is the reality. Not that, oh, but we're taking good care of the people that we grabbed out of their parents' arms. He couldn't understand that. And that just shows why he's unempathetic. What else couldn't he understand? Oh, well, there would have been 2.2 million people dead if I didn't do what I had to do. Not true. There are not 220 people dead in India. There are not 220,000 people dead in China. And these are population centers that are much greater than the United States. Why isn't that the case? Biden built the cages. Wow. So the cages were built to lock people up under Obama, not to lock children and families up. But Donald Trump decided to repurpose cages. Wow. And what again? What again? What Mark Smith? What mistake? Oh yeah, Biden did admit that he made a few mistakes with immigration, etc. And again, that is what you have to do. That is what you have to do. That is what you have to do. Okay, folks, the telephone lines are open. If anybody wants to call, I'm going to put it back in the list again. And I just placed the telephone number. You can either come to us through Zoom or you can call 346-248-7799. And the ID code is also there in the field, 254-600-9091. Anybody wants to call? I'm only going to do this for 15 minutes unless I get people. Oh, there we go. It seems like we got a call. All right. Come on in, caller. Let me make sure that I have. Hold on one second. I need to put you on the right system. Like I said, this is an impromptu call. Okay, can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah. Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, this is Linda.
Linda,
Steve.
how you doing?
Okay. I was taking notes. It's too much to write into the chat.
Okay, you know what? It's great that you took notes. A call. I want people to. I would love for people to call in a little bit more, but most people do their finger typing right now. So tell me a little bit.
Okay. Well, I'm an old fart, so I'm a little slow with the typing.
First of all, you're not an old fart. If you're listening to PDR Politics Done Right, you're young in spirit, baby.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Well, I know I wrote that it was disappointing, but don't take it the wrong way. I still think Biden won.
Okay.
I had hoped he would be more clear.
Mm-hmm.
I had hoped when Trump, I still think the moderator did a poor job of stopping Trump from talking over his time and over her.
Uh-huh.
Where Biden was respectful, sometimes I think he almost stopped too soon. And then, of course, Trump jumped in and got even more time. But that'll come out when they do, the totals of time. Somebody does that.
Yeah.
But anyway, they will. But what was disappointing is like Trump would throw out something, and Biden would kind of go back on the same point. That when they were talking to COVID, he would keep going back to what he said about not wanting to have people panic and blah blah blah. But there was particular issues that he could have mentioned. I felt like coming from New Jersey, and I listen every day to Cuomo and my governor Murphy's briefings.
Right.
Well, they've cut them back now to like 3 times 2 times now a week. But anyway, it was made very clear that it wasn't just China, where Trump kept going back and back on the blue state governors and how they messed it up. Well, first off, we were the first ones hit really hard.
Right.
So we had to do a lot of the learning where everybody else is picking up from that. But the other thing was, which Cuomo kept saying over and over, and I didn't hear much of the media picking up on it, which was millions of people flew in from Europe.
Right.
It had went from China to Europe, and millions of people a day fly into New York and New Jersey's Newark Airport because it's part of the New York metro area.
Right.
And I live in that area. So we've been on lockdown a long time, and people are getting burned out. Sure they are. But we're not dumb. We're not going to go without masks. Well, I take it back. There are some. I got stuck in the elevator. I got stuck in the elevator with one who was a Trump person, and he started to say some garbage. And I said, well, how do you explain? At the time, it was like 200,000 dead. I think it was 210,000
Right.
dead. And he says, well, how do you know it was? Did you see any? And I'm, oh, come on. Yeah, I was at their bedside every time. Give me a break. It's just a stupid argument made to shut you up because you can't obviously answer a stupid thing like that.
Right. But Linda,
So,
let me ask you something. I want to ask you something. You have your stuff written down, right? Because here's the reason why I ask you that. Because I want to interject something that bothers me, and I don't want to forget it at all. Check this out. Why do you think he didn't accuse Donald Trump of going to all these states where he's campaigning and making the pandemic worse by creating these very large rallies? I thought that was a missed opportunity to show his lack of sensitivity to people. What's your thought on that?
I think he should have, most definitely. That would have been fit right in under the COVID portion because I think Trump really does believe in this herd mentality. Yeah, mentality, as he says.
And he said he said as much, right? When he kept on saying, we got to open up. We got to live with this thing. We got to open up. Isn't that?
Yeah, that's what he's saying. It's code for what he's saying. We're all going to get this immunity eventually. Some of you may die. And being 68, I'll be one of them because I got a lot of comorbid things.
Right.
So, I just feel like, what was the other thing? There was the thing about New York. I'm going through my list here. He didn't say, oh, okay, then I skipped to something else. Oh, but yeah, that was a missed opportunity because that was callous. There was something I read, maybe it was on yours, maybe it was Daily Coast. I don't know where I read it, but it was about Trump is a germaphobe, supposedly.
Right.
But when he goes to these rallies, he doesn't shake hands. He stays well clear of the people. At least this is what was written. So, and then you hear these things about how he doesn't like poor people. He doesn't like them. We talked about Puerto Rico and the thing with when he wanted to buy Greenland.
Right.
And then they wanted to see if we could trade Puerto Rico because Puerto Rico's dirty and, they're poor. And, this is those kind of things, those kind of comments. Are they on tape somewhere? Can that be brought
They are.
up?
We all have it. In fact, I have some of them in my repertoire somewhere if I went ahead and did a deep search.
I mean, stuff like that would show what a nutcase he is, really.
Yeah.
Would have been nice. But, he falls back on, I know he's a stutterer. And as a mother of a son with disabilities, I feel for him very much. And I don't like bullies because my son was bullied a lot. And my son's in the autism spectrum, but he's high functioning. He writes programs and all, he's a computer geek. But basically, this bullying behavior of Trump in that last debate got Biden stuttering. And I noticed a lot of it tonight. And I don't know if it's nerves or what. And
No, he's a
That was
stud. I mean, he's
disappointing.
a real Linda. He's a real stutterer, and
I know he is.
I
Yeah.
really thought he was going to stutter more than he did today. I know that he did stutter, but I was
Yeah.
like all the time I'm waiting. Okay, is he going to stutter real bad now? And
Yeah. I was. Yes. Again, yes. Please, please, hang in there. Get it out. Come on. I was coaching him through a lot of this, and I was like, how many people are out there judging him? Oh, look at how stupid he is. And I was like, that stuff makes me mad. But I don't know what that time was. Um, are you still there?
yes, I'm here.
Oh, okay. I heard a little chime. I guess I better cut this short. Okay. Let me see what else I wrote. I wrote, he doesn't say. Oh, yeah. When Trump was talking about small businesses and business in general would be hurt, the economy would be hurt with the increase to $15 an hour.
Right. Hold
I
one
was
second, Lee
hoping.
Grant. I'm coming to you next, Lee Grant. Go ahead.
Okay. I was hoping he would say when the people do well, everyone does well. You know,
He
exact.
missed
You
a
know,
lot of
more money to buy.
opportunities.
Yes. Then the thing about New York. Okay, I said that. But maybe it was you. There was something I was watching in the last week or so where Trump's throwing out these percentages. Like he said it tonight with something like, what was it, 2 million people were supposed to die,
Right.
and that was that percentage thing. He's saying it wrong. Was it you that was saying actually when you figure 1% of
No, that
whatever
was
it was?
Michael Rudnan on our chat.
Okay, yeah, because I wanted that to be clarified. He's making it sound better than it is.
Right. Well,
All right, go ahead.
Linda,
I'm sorry.
let me get to. You can stay on. Let me bring Lee Grant in just so that he's not
Yeah.
out there waiting too long. But stay on in if you'd like to. Lee Grant, talk to me. Let's see, Lee, you're on. Talk to me, sir. Actually, he's connecting right now. His audio is connecting, so I guess he'll come on pretty soon. All right, folks, your thoughts. You can keep writing them down, or you can give us a call. Let me put the telephone number or the Zoom link that you can come in through. And whether you're on Facebook or otherwise, you'll see that right there. Anyway, we're going through our post debate show right now. Lee Grant, we still have you trying to connect with your audio. As soon as your audio comes in, I see it says connecting to audio. It should be in pretty soon, I imagine. So let's keep talking until he gets there, Linda. Is there anything else you want to add?
Well, let's see. He didn't. He did say something about having a Republican Congress when Trump kept going back and back about, oh, you were in for 47 years, and he doesn't understand the political world. He thinks it's a business. It's Congress. You can't just go in and do things.
Well,
You have to
Biden
get
did eventually
approval.
say that. He did eventually say,
Yeah.
call back in again, Lee Grant. There was some problem with the connection. Try calling in again. He did eventually says Republicans were running the Congress. And then my thing was, God, why did it take so long for you to say that? And then when he
Yeah,
said, well,
that's what
I
was
got my bill through the Congress, I think at that point he should have said, yeah, of course, because Democrats were running Congress. So there are a
exactly.
lot of these opportunities here that he's not quick to chime, and that's because he's sort of mostly a matter of fact kind of a guy.
Right. Yeah. Okay. And the only other thing I had written pretty much is taxes. When he kept saying he's going to raise your taxes in that last 2 minutes that they had to speak, or
Right.
1 minute, whatever it was, I wanted Biden to come right back and say, I'm only going to raise taxes on people who make over, whatever it is.
Yes.
That, it not, because I saw something about the Florida voters, not the women, but the Hispanic men were leaning towards Trump in Florida, because I was going to start calling the voters down there, and I was trying to figure out which county I should call.
Right.
But basically, I was like, they don't realize, unless they're making buku bucks, it's not them it's going to affect.
I think you're right about that. I
You
think
know.
you're absolutely right about that. I think you should have actually said unless you make 400. Hey, Lee Grant, you can call back in. I think there sometimes people try to call in and their system locked their microphone out for some reason because they try to connect with you for a while. But Linda E, this is Linda E, right?
Yes, this is she.
Linda E, thank you so kindly for calling in and thank you so kindly for being a great politics done right supporter, watcher, mover, and all that kind of stuff. Folks, please remember to share. Thank you for calling in, my friend.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye bye. Hey guys, let me go ahead and go through some of your messages here. Para ver. Anybody else? The lines are open, and like I said, we can take more than one at a time, so you can call in anybody who wants to call in. Let's see what people are saying. Norman Reynolds says, the intimacy of the knowledge of what every black parent it instructs to their child and the lack of empathy from Trump on that subject was telling. But the 545 kids up to 3 years separated. How criminal. Exactly. That is a perfect, discerning that was even on CNN, that was what got to them. That he was so cavalier about 500 kids not with their parents. He had no problem saying, "Oh, but their stuff is clean. So could we take Ivanka and all of them and put them away in clean places, and it's okay that they're not with their parents?" Well, in case it's for you, maybe so. Patricia Hodder says, "Prisons for profit," is what Linda E says. Patricia Hodder says, "Trump has such a hard time not channeling his inner mobster. The guy is a bully and has to be such a jerk, which is his only go-to in order to make his point." Very true. Bud Foy says, "Russian laptop with cracked hunter porn." Wow, I am worried. I'm shaking in my boots, Bob Foyd. I'm so shaking in my boots. Broderick Authorian says Trump was very presidential. You know what is presidential? Let me show you guys something. Let me show you. Let's show some contrast. I did that to my peeps earlier today. And I think I'm going to do that for a lot of people who are watching right now because it is a funny thing, but it's worth seeing. And let me tell you why it's worth seeing. Because what happens here is so few people realize how bad this president is. A lot of times what they need is context. And let's go ahead and give some context as far as how bad this president is. This is funny, but it's telling. What I'm going to show you is very funny, but it is telling. So let me make sure that I have everything lined up here perfectly. Let me line that up. I think that is done sufficiently perfect. And I want you guys to see this. This is your president.
Bakar.
The United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden.
Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead.
The United States launched a targeted operation against that compound.
They did a lot of shooting, and they did a lot of blasting, even not going through the front door. You think you go through the door. If you're a normal person, you say, knock, knock, may I come in?
After a firefight, they killed Osama bin Laden and took custody of his body.
He died like a dog.
But his death does not mark the end of our effort.
A beautiful dog. A talented dog.
We give thanks for the men who carried out this operation.
And I don't get any credit for this, but that's okay. I never do. But here we are.
May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.
And I'm writing a book. I wrote 12 books. All did very well.
Okay, so that's what I'm talking about, folks. That is your president. What a contrast, eh? What a contrast. What a contrast. Okay, Norman Reynolds, potential bombshell in oil country was late in being modified with the overtime modification. According to Van Jones, and I think I agree with Van Jones said that took courage. In Texas and Pennsylvania, the oil portions of those people were not going to vote for Biden anyway. But there were a whole lot of people who wanted to hear him sound a lot more environmental and actually not sound like somebody that's just a shill for the oil industry. So my thing is, no, I don't think that damages him not even in Texas, because Texas, while we do a lot of oil, we do a whole lot of other stuff. But right now, even oil is down, and oil is likely not coming up. Noi mi presidente, Francisca Acosta Ortiz. I guess you are, eres, let's see, not my presidente. I hear you, girl. I hear you. Hillary wasn't any good. I agree with that. Who said that? Mark Smith? Anyhow. Anybody else want to call in? Let me put that information in there again. There are two ways to get to us. You can either come via Zoom, or you can come via the telephone. So the telephone is 346-248-7799. ID code 254-600-9091 if you want to call in. So you can either use the telephone or come to us over Zoom. Either one will work just fine. Let's see what else is there. But her emails, Ben Clemens, who cares about her emails, Ben? Who cares about the emails? Okay, so let's talk about, I'm going to keep talking, and then if nobody calls in, eventually we'll shut it down, unless you have some more people type in things that they want answered and all that good stuff. So here we go. What did I expect out of this debate? I really expected Donald Trump to misbehave. I was surprised that he somewhat behaved. He was still rude. He still tried to get more time than anybody else. Joe Biden, I was expecting Joe Biden to get into a whole lot of stuttering, because I know that Donald Trump was going to try to push some buttons. And that's exactly what happens with stutterers. As they get a little bit more stressed, they generally stutter. And that scenario, in that case, what I saw from Biden, I thought it was wonderful. He stuttered a bit, but it wasn't any type of failing stutter. I mean, I stutter every so often as well. So I thought he did just fine. When it comes to substance, I think Donald Trump came across as the snake oil salesperson. He had an answer. He tried to get the Biden barista or whatever the thing to stick. Given that the FBI came out and knocked it down before Donald Trump was ever able to get anything out of it, that went absolutely nowhere. That's just a right-wing fringe. That will remain in the right-wing fringe media. It's not going to make it into the mainstream media, because everybody understands it's one of the Russian plants. Donald Trump made the claim, all the people on the right are trying to give the impression that that somehow Donald Trump was absolved from any collusion with Russia. The problem is collusion is not an offense, okay? And they try to make believe like Russia wasn't an issue with Donald Trump. Russia remains an issue with Donald Trump, so whatever the case is, that remains. Francisca Acosta Ortiz, you're on. Let's see if you're joining now. What would you like to say, Francisca? Francisca, you're on. Oh, you're on, Francisca. Was absolved from
What?
You're on. The problem is collusion is not an offense. Okay? Francisca.
Okay, so le apago el teléfono entonces.
Sí, puedes apagar el teléfono. No el teléfono, apagar como la cosa ya que estás hablando conmigo.
Okay.
What would you like to say, my friend?
Well, the comment I made about not my president, there's something, can we speak Spanish?
Okay, that's fine, and I'll translate it. Go ahead.
Okay. La cosa es que con este señor como presidente, el hecho de que desde el principio empezó a atacar a mi gente, yo soy mexicana.
¿Y tú eres mexicano o puertorriqueña?
Yo soy mexicana.
Okay.
Yo soy mexicana. Entonces, el hecho de la manera en que ataca a mi gente, o sea, yo no tengo manera de identificarme con este señor como presidente. Él no es mi presidente.
Okay, what she's saying is she has, the reason she puts he's not my president is the way he started his campaign, it was an attack on all Latinos. And as somebody who is a Latina, she cannot consider him her president given how he treats her people. Puede continuar, hermana.
No, y pues nada más, ojalá que ahora sí de verdad que pierda este señor, porque no lo podemos seguir teniendo 4 años más.
And what she's also saying is that she really hopes that he gets beaten because we just can't have this guy anymore. Déjame decirte algo. Lo que tenemos que hacer nosotros es asegurarnos que todos nosotros vamos a votar. Y lo que pasa es que hay como 30% de los latinos que no sé qué les pasan, pero ellos piensan que un presidente como Trump, ya que se llama conservativo, que es para ellos. Así que nosotros tenemos que hacer lo que es necesario para decir a la gente latina que no pueden votar por este tipo.
Así es.
¿Algo más que quiere decir? Anything else you'd like to say?
No, that is about it.
Muchísimas gracias por la llamada y sigue escuchando.
Absolutely.
Okay, take care now.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, folks, so anyway, give us a call. Let me put the telephone number back in there. There we go. The number is 6346-248-7799. The ID is 254-600-9091. Give us a call. Give us a call. Or you can zoom in with the link that I have there in the feed as well. You can zoom in with the link at the feed. Broderick says that's what she said because that's what Trump was saying. PDR Post Debate Show. Joe Biden, derelict, incompetent, line prayer. Let's talk about the debate. Donald Trump did the job. Joe Biden looked like a lion, snake oil sales pimp he is. Really? Wow. Taurina A. Marty, would you like to give us a call and let's go one-on-one to see what that really means, Taurina? Let's do that. Give us a call. I just put the number in there, 346-248-7799, ID 254-600-9091. Let's talk about it point by point. I'm sure that our people who listens to Politics Done Right would love to hear why you believe that. It makes a lot of sense, don't you think? Come on, give us a call. You put it in the chat. Let's talk. Let's talk facts. Come on, give me a call. I'm pretty sure you can defend that statement, Marty. Come on, give me a call. You don't want to do that? Anyhow, folks, continuing. Let's see what else we have here in the feed. And like I said, folks, still give us a call. Still, let's see. Let's see. No, Mark, let me tell you what happens. Mark says you speak good English, but yet you're speaking in Spanish. Some people, when they have to make certain characterizations, they prefer using their native language so that it will come across the right way, because using English, it may not tell the message exactly as you would want it to say. That's all it is. And since, I think it's an asset for us to be in a country where you can feel free to speak any language that you want to speak. Those people who just want us to speak English only, that's a problem. Think about how a diverse country with a multilingual, everybody has to do business in English, okay? For the most part. You do all your governmental documents are mostly in English, or whatever the case is, for a common language. That's our common language. But that doesn't preclude us from speaking all the different, the flavor of languages that we have here. That makes us easier to do things all over the world. Just think about that, all over the world. I live in London and we speak all languages. There you go, brother Mark Smith. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. We need to be able to communicate crazy stuff. Yeah, everybody should learn at least 2 languages. Everybody should learn English and another language. Why? That is how you have a community that can be really an international community. That is the only way you can do that. Francisca Costa Ortiz, absolutely. I think in Spanish it's my native. Yo sé lo que estaba diciendo a Jose. Él no entendía eso. But yeah, that's what happens. I understand exactly what you're saying. Let's see. Continuing. Broderick says, okay, so if someone started speaking German, would it make sense? I don't understand German. But what I would try to do is find somebody who does German. And if I started to get an audience that was really German inclined, I would try to learn German. I wouldn't say I hate to speak English. That's all we do here. You have to be open-minded. You have to learn how to grow. Okay, we're still talking debate. Anybody else wants to call in before I shut this baby down? Anybody else want to call in before I shut this baby down? I just wanted to kind of have a little conversation with our peeps before we ended this thing. All right, I have more messages coming in. Taruna says Biden was spoon-fed, protected, and unfairly given more time than Trump, and no cutting short his responses. One-sided moderation, and Trump won through it all. What a load of bass. We'll see what the people think in a minute. The Insta poll isn't out yet, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be out pretty soon. Mark Smith, well, I only speak English, bro, and that's fine. That's fine. I'm not saying you live in a country whose language is English. But somebody who speaks another language other than English has a better opportunities at much more. That's all I'm saying. If somebody wants to restrict themselves to one language, there's nothing wrong with that. But just don't hold back other people who want to communicate in various languages. Don't hold us back is the mantra. Do not hold back others because you choose that you don't want to be multicultural, multilingual, or whatever. It's that simple. We won't judge you. You don't judge us. Right? That's the name of the game. Anyhow, anybody wants to call in, I'm going to put that thing up one more time. If I don't get anybody else to call in, I'm going to shut this baby down. But I love you all, including those who disagree with what we talk about. Trump won the debate tonight. Not a chance, but we'll see what the Insta poll says. We'll see what the Insta poll says. All right, folks. Don't forget, anybody who's coming into us on YouTube, join the family. Hit that join button and become a member. Join our family. We have a vibrant show. We do this show every single day, 5 days a week. At 3 o'clock, we normally do the show. Every day, 5 days a week at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'd love to get more of you coming in at that time if you're not on the job, or even if you're on the job, you can pull us up on your phone or put it anywhere else. Okay, I'm going to give it 2 more minutes, and if no phone calls come in or nobody asks any specific questions, I will be closing this. I am enjoying all the messages that you guys put out there. I'm not holding back, brother. My wife is Armenian. Oh, and do you speak, what is the language in Armenia? Is there an Armenian language? I'm not sure. So let me know. I don't, when I don't know something, I don't know it. If I don't know it, I don't know it. Okay, telephones. I'm going to put that call sign in there one more time. Oops, why can't I put it in there? Let's see. Bingo bango. There you go. They speak Arabic. Okay, I didn't know that, Tank 28. Just learned something. Thank you for teaching me something. Okay, folks, we got about 2 minutes before I decide if we're going to shut her down, if nobody else has anything specific that we need to talk about. Now, for those that are on YouTube, please consider joining on YouTube. Just click that join button. Become a part of our family. We love you all. Become a part of the family. Click on that YouTube join. Get your membership with us. And if you're currently on YouTube, you can still become a part of our YouTube family by clicking on the YouTube link that we're putting in there. Become a part of the YouTube family right there. politicsdoneright.com/YouTube. Go to politicsdoneright.com/YouTube and you can join our family. If you join right now, I'll announce you as our latest family member. I will. Anyhow, 1 more minute to go if nobody calls in. 1 more minute to go if nobody calls in. Okay, let's see. Anything else I need to... I'm going through the list right now to see if I need to answer anything. Let's see. Para ver. ¿Qué más está aquí? Broderick Arthur, too many numbers, LOL. No, it's not too many numbers. You call the number and then you just type the others in. Mark Smith, who said Armenians speak Arabic? I never met an Arabic speaking. I didn't know that. Somebody named Tank 28 said that. What do they speak, Mark? Let us know. What do they speak? Is there a language called Armenian? I don't know. Okay. 10. No calls? Russian mainly. Thank you for the information. I think I trust what you have to say more, sir. Especially since your wife is Armenian. Okay, we're closing this baby up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Hunter Biden, 3, 2, 1. No calls. Thank you so kindly, everybody, for spending this time with me. please click, if you're on YouTube, please click the join button and become a member. And if you're on Facebook or any other thing, go to politicsdoneright.com/YouTube. We are out of here. Got to go do all my blogging. Love you all. Stay tight, stay engaged, and go vote. Vote like your life depended on it. Please remember, if you can go to the grocery store, put on a mask, and go vote. Carry your sanitizers and everything, but go vote. Love you all. Have a wonderful rest of your day. You know how I'm in this baby. My name is Egberto Willies, and I am what? Out! Welcome to Politics Done Right. I am your host, Egberto Willies. This is a progressive program that will take the mystery out of politics. This is the program that will encourage you to make sure government becomes we the people. Whether you are liberal, progressive, conservative, or otherwise, you get to air your point of view. We are an independent media outlet that, unlike mainstream media beholden to corporations, we only owe allegiance to you. Remember, you can also send me a tweet at EGBERTOWILLIES. That is at Egberto Willies. Let us engage. It is Politics Done Right.